Welcome back, ninjas. Today we are going to be doing a lesson from your calendar for Thursday, May 7th, and this is a lesson from ELA, but really it's covering science. We're just reading about science. We're doing reading and science together. And the passage is called Careers in Science. If you haven't read that yet, pause me, go through the reading passage. You're going to read about some of the different careers that are available in the field of science, and they'll give you some information about what's involved in that career. And then after you've read it, we're going to fill out the graphic organizer based on something that you're really interested in now that you've learned about lots of different options in science. The reading passage only has a few different careers that are related to science. So if you would like to look up something else before you fill out the graphic organizer, just make sure that you have permission from your parents to search online for careers in science. I used a website called study.com. They have a kids section, and under the kids section, they have a ton of different careers in science, and they give an explanation of what the career is. So I went on that website and I found forensic science. So that's what I filled out my graphic organizer on. I'm going to go over this with you just to give you a little bit of clarification on how you can fill it out. Up here at the top, I wrote in forensic science, and the first section says, why does this career interest you? And it's interesting to me because it is like solving a mystery by following clues and then being creative about putting the clues together to figure out a crime. It's kind of like being a scientist and a detective at the same time. Describe what people in this career field do. So the first thing that I wrote, and I wrote in all four things, you should be able to come up with 4 different things in that career. People look at evidence to solve crimes. They use things like fingerprints, footprints, different fibers that are left at a crime scene, blood, hair, tire tracks, and more to figure out what happened at a crime scene. This career uses physics, biology, chemistry to investigate a situation, and you guys know how much I love chemistry and physics. And then the other important thing that this career involves is being able to explain evidence to lawyers and judges and juries because they are connected to crimes. Okay, the next section is, do you have a role model or know someone who has a job in this career field? I do not know somebody in this field, so don't let that stop you if you think you need to know somebody to be able to choose that as the career you're going to fill out. You don't need to know somebody. But even if you don't, you should still be able to give some information and fill this in on some kind of connection you have to it. So what I wrote is, I have always loved shows about this, like CSI and Criminal Minds, as well as crime mystery movies. So even though I don't know somebody, I still, in my real life, some of the things I enjoy watching have to do with this. Okay, why is this career important to our community? It is important because it helps the police solve crimes and also helps the court system understand the evidence so they can do their jobs well. 2 branches of the government that we learned about, right? The executive branch, which is the police, enforce the laws, and then the judicial system that interprets the laws. So it's important for both of those for public safety. And then there is a little box here, and I think that was to draw a picture of something that has to do with your career choice, and it looks like a picture frame, so I figured that's what it's for. So this is my picture of a fingerprint and a magnifying glass, and it's not fabulous, but that just shows you that you don't have to be a great artist to draw a picture in here. Just choose something that reminds you of this career. The last box says, what are other careers you might consider? So as I was looking through the list of careers on the website that I looked at, there were several that I wanted to pick, and it was tricky to decide on forensic science, but I also thought I might be interested in being a criminal psychologist. So just like a forensic scientist follows clues and evidence left behind in the environment at the crime scene, a criminal psychologist looks for clues in people. So they try to figure out why people do the things they do, why somebody may have committed the crime they did, if they have different motivations or other factors that contribute to what happened in a crime. And then the other one is environmental science, which is sort of like environmental protection. So scientists that study how the things we do and how the things animals do and how earth changes and the weather and all of that contribute to the environment, and then put those clues together to figure out what are some things we can do to help protect our environment, to keep our resources safe, and things like that. So really, when you think about science, especially these three that I'm interested in, they're all kind of like detectives that gather clues and puzzle pieces and put it together to figure out something bigger. So that's something that I'm interested in, obviously. Your job now is to go through and choose a career and complete this. I would like to see you being creative and being thorough in writing incomplete sentences as much as you can. I know it's not a huge space, but still pay attention to your punctuation and capitalization and spelling and all of those things. And I hope that this is an activity that you enjoy, that's fun, maybe that opens up your mind to some different careers that you did not know about before that are really interesting to you, because science is in everything we do every day, even if it doesn't seem like it. It really is, just like math. That's it for today's lesson, and I will see you guys next time.